Whoa, big news today. President Donald Trump has announced via Twitter that we are going to be pulling out of Afghanistan. Stay tuned to find out the full details and what's going on here. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to NickyMGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below if you have questions. But as always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, because geez, I beg here every single time, and I just want a little love. That's it. But guys, like, it's almost Christmas. Give me that gift real quick. I'm kidding. That your viewership is enough, but I appreciate it. Going into this, I want to also commemorate the USS Cole and that timeline because they were attacked in Yemen, and obviously we're talking about the Middle East in this video as well. October 12th, commemorance to them and their sacrifices that they faced when they were attacked. And for you guys that are in the Navy or probably about to join the Navy, I would give like a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like you should probably know what that is and probably, take some notes if you know what I mean. That's just a big hint, by the way. But anyway, we're going to get back into the president here that has announced that they are looking to pull out all of American troops from Afghanistan by Christmas of this year, and that's about 5,000 troops right now. And as many people maybe know or don't know, like, we have been winding down over the years, and there has been talks about him wanting to pull out even before this. So also because people think that this is a political move for the upcoming election to show that he is trying to focus on America and bring people back to the United States. Now, as this news has been circulating around, you're seeing that people are now talking to military officials and asking, what is the true plan? Can this happen? When will it happen? What are our timelines looking like? And there's a lot of pushback from people saying that it's probably not likely that we're going to be able to pull back entirely by Christmas of this year. But when I look at this, though, I can only say that, man, this is bringing a very different challenge, and this is just the true focus of where we are going into in the future. As we've heard of the past probably almost decade, I would say at this point, of having a peer-to-peer adversary, we are looking to focus everything back to the seas. And there are a lot of people that are joking about the Navy not doing much, but I'm going to tell you this right now. We are looking to have a over 500 ship fleet coming very soon. This production is happening very fast. The technology is coming back to the ships. A lot of people were thinking OIF, OEF were only focused on the land component. We had air superiority. We had a lot of benefits in our factor to where we could perform and operate almost at full potential because of that. Now we're looking at this, and people that are from those that make comments joking the Navy does nothing is kind of funny because we are going to see a very different military coming in the near future. Obviously, the Commandant of the Marine Corps has also pulled back on tanks and different units, and we're trying to make things smaller, more agile, more, flexible to what we saw during World War II and some of those campaigns that we served under and kind of those different military tactics. So as many of you guys probably want to know, what are my opinions? Should we pull out of Afghanistan? Should we not pull out of Afghanistan? Realistically, I don't think there was going to be a change if we did or we did not go there, right? I do feel like as we've seen time go on, even with the small drawback of forces, you have seen these different influences throughout the region that are going to grow, and that's just one of the things of how that area works. We've tried to be there. The British have tried to be there. The Russians have tried to be there. At this point, this is like the forever thing that will just never stop being what it is, or as much as, we try and make sure that we control some of the radical stuff that happens there, it just seems to grow. It's like a bacteria that just won't stop. What are we getting out of staying there? There's really not much, and it's one of those things where as we focus on China and those big adversaries that are coming, that is something that I am concerned more about than I am about the Middle East. Also, I do want to note, have you guys noticed that Russia and also North Korea have not really been in the news very much lately? Just want to point that out there. So I would not be surprised if we heard more from them in the future, maybe, especially since there have been small little pieces of conflict, if you will, between North Korea, which they did show off one of their missiles recently in one of their military parades, and also the Russians have been having small encounters over in Syria as some of the forces on the ground over there, which were quite interesting. A small little spat, if you want to call it that, between the American military and the Russians out there. So nothing major like what we were seeing, I would say, before, where there were a lot more, at sea type of maneuvers between those type of adversaries. And also maybe some of the flyovers that the Russians were doing. So this type of stuff is becoming very real to you guys joining. And I think some of you guys coming in should know about this, should pay attention to it, and honestly have some kind of pulse on it, because it's kind of scary how many people don't know what's going on in the geopolitical world to understand what you are going to be part of when you're in the military. That's why I focus so much on this. That's why I pay attention to it, because it gives you an idea of where we could end up, especially for deployments, especially for different training missions, especially for what types of things the military is going to want you to be focusing on as far as your skills and your abilities. So those are just some of my thoughts about the pull out of Afghanistan. Honestly, I'm glad that we're pulling out, because at this point, I do believe that this is the right move for us, because it's just what's going to have to happen eventually. Like, we can't forever stay in Afghanistan. We can't forever stay in the Middle East. And I promise you this, they're going to try and make us come back. I feel that already. It's a matter of time, and that's why we have to stay on the watch. Also, there are a lot of people that feel like, did we lose all these lives for nothing? Because there were, I think, about 2,500 people's lives that were lost during this time period. And so when you look at that, are we leaving just for no reason? And that, I think a lot of people are worried that we're going to forget those people that were lost and what our true mission was over in Afghanistan, and trying to make sure that we are bringing some kind of resolve to that area, if you could bring anything to it. But this is where we get to this part of the video where I ask you guys in the audience, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that we should or should not be returning our troops from Afghanistan? And if not, what do you think we should do to maybe make this better? But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.